And just like that, we are now in the holiday season. November is way past us. Thanksgiving is gone. All that turkey is probably still in your fridge. A lot of leftovers. I decided to make a gift guide for gamers, nerds, techies, or people just like me that might be a little bit hard to shop for.
Technologia!
Now this list is going to be kind of all over the place, but I wanted to see what we can put out. And I'm going to break it down into tiers from $50 to $100 to $200 and $200 plus for the people that you really love. So we're going to go down that list and let's see what we can find you. A lot of the stuff, honestly, is stuff that I would want. So it's a little hint from my wife. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Just saying. A good gift is always a gift card. You can get a lot of console specific gift cards, or you can go the route of like Best Buy, Amazon, Micro Center if you have one near you. There's a lot of retailers that they might enjoy that you might want to get a gift card from. Or you can go as simple as something like a Visa gift card, which some of them are a little bit questionable, so I would really tread lightly when it comes down to that route. But there's a lot of options when it comes down to the gift cards. And that at least solves a lot of issues of trying to figure out what you would want to get them. But if you want to try to get something more specific, we're going to go down this list. In the $50 bracket, we're looking at stuff like chargers. I know that's not the most fun idea, but I feel like a lot of people underestimate how many chargers a lot of techies or nerds or gamers really need. And in the world where we have a lot of devices that need to be powered, something like a multi-port high wattage charger can be very important to us. There's companies like Ugreen, Belkin, Anker, and a lot of other companies that you can get some really nice GAN style chargers that can work really well. And a lot of them can go up to like 100 watts in that price range. So you can power multiple devices at once. And that can be very helpful, especially if somebody travels a lot and they want to take just one charger for their phone, for their handheld, for their watch, for whatever they need to take. They can take that one charger, some cables, and they're good to go. So for this first one, my pick, and one that I actually have, is the Ugreen Nexode 100 watt GAN USB charger. At time of filming, it looks like it's $33.24, but typically they're within that $50 range. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, and they usually go on sale. So it's always a really good option. And the cool thing about them is that they can power from a cell phone all the way up to a laptop in some cases, which is very, very handy. And they're not too big, they're pretty portable. I'll put up a couple of options on there as well. And the one that I'm talking about, I'll show it too. It's honestly pretty small and it's nice and compact, and you can just store it anywhere and you're good to go. The other option that fits really well within this price range, an SD card will go a long way. It's always a nice gift to get, especially if it's got decent storage, and we'll always find use for them. Companies like SanDisk and Samsung make really good SD cards. I would steer clear of a lot of the store branded ones. They're usually not good. And a lot of the generic branded ones, you can lose your data pretty easily when it comes down to those. So stick with SanDisk and Samsung. Those are the ones that I usually use. I know there's a couple more. Do a little bit of research, but try to stick with those. One of the ones that I would suggest from Samsung, it's a 512 gigabyte Samsung Pro micro SD card, and they usually go for $49.99. You can put that on your Steam Deck and have a lot of indie games installed to it. If they have emulators, they can have a lot of stuff on there. Especially nowadays with games being so big, having that little extra boost can help a lot. And it's honestly a really nice gift. I know both of these have been kind of not like the most fun, but I think it's a good start just to let them know that you're thinking about them and their storage well-being, if you will. The other option that you have, especially for anybody that's a little bit of a tinkerer, is something like an electric screwdriver set or just a driver set in general. Fantic makes a pretty solid screwdriver set, the Fantic E1 Max, and it's about $49.99 if I'm not mistaken at time of filming. It comes with 50 magnetic bits, and honestly it's a pretty solid kit. They're usually on sale, and as of time of filming, they're about $41, $42, which is a pretty perfect gift for anybody that likes to take stuff apart. On the non-electric side, you can go with something like iFixit. There's other brands out there too that work really well. I personally use iFixit and I really trust them. There's the Mako driver kit that comes with 64 bits. It's not electric, everything's manual, and they're well built. So that's a really good option for you. Those usually go for $39.95, $40 or so, but right now they're on sale for about $32. So it's a pretty solid option. Another option when it comes down to gifts in that $50 price range, you can go with the dock for like handhelds. You kind of have to exclude the Switch too, because I don't really suggest using a third-party dock for Switch. I would go with something like the Nintendo specific one, but that's in a different price bracket. But for something like the Steam Deck, the ROG Allies, the Lenovo's, you can go with really solid dock. And there's a lot of companies that make really good ones. You have something like JSOX, however you pronounce that, Ugreen, Evanki, and other brands that you can find like on Amazon that work really well. And they come with many options like an Ethernet port, extra ports in general. Some you can put micro SD cards into it or SSDs. There's a lot of options, and there's different prices when it comes down to them. But in that $50 bracket, the one that I would suggest is the Ugreen dock. I actually have one of them and I really like it. I believe the one that's on there, it's called the Ugreen Steam Deck. I'll put the card up. It's a 6-in-1. It's got extra ports, it works really well, it's got a really good design, and it can do 4K 120 Hertz. So if you're trying to game on something that can support that, it's a really great option. The normal price for them is about $46, but I think right now they're on sale between $25 to $30, which makes it a pretty great price for a fantastic dock. In the $100 bracket, so $100 or less, there's a couple of options that I would really suggest. So the first option that I have is emulators. You have companies like Anbernic, TrimUI, AYN, Retroid, Ioneo. There's a lot of emulators out in the market. In the $100 or less, I would go with companies like TrimUI and Anbernic. And I've had them in the past. I still have my TrimUI brick and I really enjoy them. So the two options that I would give you is something like the TrimUI brick, which is a solid built emulator. It's a good size. You can store it anywhere. You can start it up and play in line, wherever you need it. So TrimUI is a solid option. The other one that I would suggest is something like the Anbernic RG34XXSP. They gotta get better about these names. It's the clamshell style one like the Game Boy Advance. These handhelds do come with pre-installed games, and it would be an awesome gift right off the bat. And if they're comfortable putting ROMs in their own system, that's fantastic. But here's a little option that I have for you, and I think that would go a long way when it comes down to a gift. If you feel comfortable putting ROMs into an emulator, set them up with a games list that they would really like. I think that would be a really nice gift for somebody that likes to play older video games, especially millennials or anybody that likes classic games. Those are usually in the price range of $70 to $100. You can find a lot of options. The other option would be Lego sets. There is a lot of Legos out there, from Star Wars to cars to buildings to cameras to everything. So you have a plethora of options. If there's something that you know that they want, I would pick it up, and that's honestly a really good Christmas gift. Giving somebody a task for Christmas is really great with Lego, so that's a good option. And my choices, mainly because I want them because they're super cool, I would go with something like the Lego Super Mario Game Boy, which looks awesome, and that one's about $59.99, so perfect price. The other option that's a little bit more is the R2-D2 Lego set, and it looks awesome. That one goes for about $99. A lot of us still enjoy building Legos, so if you know that the person that you're buying a gift for enjoys Legos, those are pretty amazing options. Now, going back to the more practical side in the $100 bracket, you can always get them something like a power bank. We talked about the chargers in the $50 bracket, but a power bank I think is a really good overall solution as well. We're gonna go back to similar companies like SharkGeek, Ugreen, Belkin. A lot of these companies make amazing power banks that can do a really good job. And with handhelds and a lot of the computers nowadays that can be charged with something like a GAN charger or a power bank like this, having a very reliable power bank that has really high milliamp hours will help them a lot, especially if they travel. A lot of cell phones have their specific chargers and their specific power banks that you can get for them, and there's some other ones for like other devices that are specifically built for that. But having a universal power bank that you can power anything that's on you at all times can be very, very helpful. My choices for the ones that you should choose are the ones that I really enjoy is something like Shark Geek 70. That one goes for about $99. The clear design on it is super cool. I think it's a pretty solid power bank, and just because it looks a little bit different, it feels like it would be a really good gift. It does have an output display that shows you how much power you're pulling into any device, and it's pretty informative, so I really like those. The other option is Ugreen again with the Nexode power bank, 2500 milliamp hours. That is also a 200 watt charger, and it has a smart display as well. So you can view how much power any of the devices are pulling from the power bank. At time of filming, it's about $79.99, so it's close to the other one. It's a little less cool and more industrial looking, but it's honestly a great option. Now, getting into the $200 price range, now we get a little bit more options when it comes down to quite a few things, really. Some of us might not want to spend money on some of the pro controllers that are out nowadays, especially the first party brands. There's a lot of companies like 8BitDo that do a really good job with controllers. You have a lot of brands on Amazon that are decently priced. Honestly, because it is a gift and something that I would pick for somebody else, because it's a nice little option, it's something like the Xbox Series Elite 2. Not just the standard one that you can get in the stores, but something that you've customized in their website. Microsoft has a builder for the Xbox Series Elite 2. You can pick colors, patterns, whatever you want. And I think that would be a really good gift that's very thoughtful for somebody. They are expensive. They start off at about $170 and they go up from there if there's some extras or bonuses that you want to put into it. But I think if I got a custom controller from somebody, I would really be happy with something like that. The other option for the PlayStation gamers, it would be something like the DualSense Edge in black or white. They don't have any of the custom colors. Honestly, a really good controller. You can swap out the thumbsticks in case you do get some stick drift, which is a really good option. But here's where I'm gonna do it a little bit different. It's not technically a controller, but it's a really good companion device. And it would be something like the Portal. The Portal, when it first launched, I feel like people didn't really appreciate what it can do. But now you can do a lot more with it with the newest updates that they released for it. You have something like PlayStation Plus that you can stream games directly onto the Portal. And if somebody has a PlayStation 5 and they want to play handheld style games directly from their PS5, the Portal is a fantastic option. And I believe you can get it on sale nowadays. It's around $200 and it's a pricey gift, but I really enjoy mine and I've found a lot of really good use for it. Honestly, if it's just sitting on the couch playing video games while we have something on the TV, fantastic. And then the other option that you can get is something like a classic handheld. You have handhelds like the new Nintendo 3DS XL and the PS Vita, which have been blowing up in the last couple of years. Everybody's modding them and doing something to them that they've become severely overpriced. But I feel like for Christmas and as a gift to somebody else that maybe has been wanting one for a while or misses that era of the 3DS years or the PS Vita years that they want to replay a lot of those games, this would be a solid option. Nowadays, depending on where you find them, especially the Nintendo 3DSs, you can find them between $190 to $400. But the one suggestion that I have is check eBay for Japanese releases. The LL version of them are sometimes cheaper and they're in way better condition. And if they like to tinker enough, they will be able to mod it and make them region free and do the translation layer for a lot of the text and everything that you have on there. So the Nintendo 3DS LL is a really solid option for an honestly decent price. Still overpriced, but decent nonetheless. And just like that, the other option would be the PS Vita. Yes, they are very expensive and they're hard to find, and when you find them here, they're kind of beat up. But if you go that Japanese route, they're already region free, so you don't have to worry about doing anything when it comes down to doing any kind of modifications there. But you can do a lot with these handhelds, and that would be a fantastic gift for any gamer that loves or misses a lot of that era of gaming. Personally, I just got a Nintendo 3DS XL that I really, really like. And there's also the PS Vita that I've been looking for, and I really would like to have one. They're fun little pieces of tech, so that's a solid option as well. The one thing that I will say to keep in mind though is if you are purchasing from eBay, which is one of the places that you can get the Japanese version ones, just be very careful that you're not getting scammed. eBay does a good job of trying to prevent a lot of those issues, and they can help out if something does happen. So just be wary about those things. Do your research and you'll be fine. and you'll get a great gift out of it. Another really good option, I think, that we kind of underestimate for anybody that's working on a keyboard constantly or playing video games or likes to tinker, like I've mentioned in the past, you can go with a custom keyboard. Now, customizing a keyboard is a whole other 23-hour long video that you can make about all the ins and outs about it. But if you want to get a good starter keyboard that they can just have already pre-built and good to go, and they can modify it as time goes by, something like the Rainy 75 by Wobkey is a fantastic option. They usually go from $160 to about $200, and you can find them, like I said, pre-built, so you don't have to do much to it. It has a solid sound and feel, and there's room for you to make some modifications to it. You can put other keycaps on it and just change it completely and have some fun with that. It's a good way to start into the hobby, and it's pretty addicting. So if that's something that they want to get started with, try the Rainy 75. It's a really, really good option. And then this last one on the $200 bracket is a little bit of a weird one. But anyone that has a gaming room, office, den, whatever, an air purifier is a really good option. We sometimes spend a lot of time in these personal spaces, and having something like an air purifier will help out a lot. There's a lot of brands out there that go to crazy price ranges, but honestly, Shark is a really good option when it comes down to a solid product for a good price. Something like the Shark air purifier for home, they usually go for about $200, and I believe they're on sale right now for about $160. But clearing out the air in a room where there's a very sweaty 4-night session would be probably a good thing for everybody. So if you have somebody in your life that needs an air purifier in their office and or room, Shark is a good option. Now we get into the big bucks, $200+, and this is an unlimited range for everything that you want to find. But if there's somebody in your life that's been wanting a console and you have the means and resources to do it, whatever console they want to go with, that should be the gift. That should be a really solid gift for them to get. Right now the Switch 2 just came out and they're about $450. It's expensive, but if anybody were to get a Switch 2, that would be a fantastic gift. PlayStation 5, Slim and Pro, I believe they're still on sale right now. Those are pretty solid options too. Especially if somebody has a PS4 that they haven't upgraded, this would be the perfect time to do it for them. And then we start getting into the even pricier options when it comes down to like handhelds. You have the ROG Xbox Ally X. You have the Lenovo Legion Go 2 if you can find it. They're in the $1,000 range, and that is a very, very expensive gift. But if you want to talk about expensive gifts, RAM. RAM prices right now are astronomical. Just get them a RAM stick or two. I know they might not need it, but they're expensive and it's a pricey gift, so you can always go with that route. But seriously, what is going on with the RAM prices? Another really good solid option is a trip. Take them to Disneyland, take them to Dollywood. Anything like that would be a fantastic gift. But let's bring it down to a real world and something that might be a little bit more affordable that they might be able to use. Yes, I would love to go to Dollywood, but I don't want to spend that much money to go all the way out there, even though it looks fantastic. For any readers in your life, you can go with something like the Kindle Colorsoft. My wife has one and she loves it. Right now, I think you can get them for about $230. They're a little bit pricier, but it's a really great option. And finally, as a bonus little suggestion, and it doesn't really fit into any bracket that I can see because there's a lot of specific options on there. There is a lot of options on Etsy that could be really cool, from custom keycaps to little figurines that you can put on your desk or custom cases, anything that's handmade. Etsy is a very good option. There is a lot of talented artists out there that put out some amazing products and something that can be custom made for the person that you're trying to give a gift to. So take some time, look at Etsy and see if you can find something for them. Giving somebody a custom gift like that, I think, would be a really good option because it shows how much you think about them or care about them, or however you want to put it. So that could be something that you can look into. And with this year being crazy and a lot of releases and a lot of stuff happening, sometimes time is the best gift that you can give them. Spend time with your significant other, with your family, with your kids, with your loved ones, whoever it is. Time is the best gift that you can give them. So for this holiday season, I hope that helps, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, humans.